We are the NOYTECH family. We have really built up something great here. In trading, we started from scratch, bringing the competences together. It's fantastic. Neumann, you should have done such a step much earlier to become independent. We still want to have fun. In terms of service offerings, we have everything and even more. We have started to build our own ecosphere or ecosystem of solutions around the supply chain. You have to be super fast in our industry. Самое главное – это коммуникация. When I promise something, it's a contract.
Hello, Perry.
Hello.
Thank you very much that you are welcome us at your office and that you're absolutely ready to share your experience and ideas with our Telegram channel «Проводники смыслов».
It's a pleasure for me. Thank you very much for selecting me.
Thank you. For a long time, you've been CEO of Swiss company, logistic company, Kuehne+Nagel for Russia and CIS. And currently, after management buyout deal, you became entrepreneur. And today, company name is NOYTECH. So, could you share with us what kind of challenges you faced during this transition period to be entrepreneur after being a manager?
Yeah, thanks a lot for the questions. More or less every day is a challenge, especially nowadays. But I will become a little bit more precise about the transition from a global player to, I call it, to a very mature startup. I've given several interviews where the headline was also from global player to a startup company. The first challenge to overcome, to do the MBO and to become an entrepreneur, which, by the way, I've never expected in my entire life, that on my old days, I will convert from being employed executive to switch to entrepreneurship. But I was always an entrepreneur in the frame of global organizations. But of course, you are in a frame. You have to stick to quadratisch praktisch gut and cannot always develop what you would like to develop. So I've built up this company together with a great team from 150 people in 2008, highly loss-making, to one of the most recognized logistics brands in Russia and CIS. On the peak, we had 2,000 employees. I didn't want to move somewhere else, and moreover, I didn't want to destroy everything which we have built up over such a long period. And I said, we have two options. So first of all, I will not follow the instructions to lay off 400 people. Secondly, we have two options. One option is I lay off myself. I resign today, will not come a single day anymore to the company. Or we talk about MBO, management buyout. I had to Google before what exactly it means. Honestly. So, and then within 1 hour, it was approved by the corporate CEO. And they said, okay, let's go for it, please.
But at least you have a high level reputation. In 1 hour, you've got famous.
Yeah, because I mean, we have really built up something great here. And I think I had a quite good reputation in the company and also on the market. And
basic ideas were like, we built great business. I'm responsible for business and my team. And as I understood, your team also supported you.
Of course, I mean, the team was, for a certain period, they were quite confused because nobody knew what will happen now. And of course, also the rumors spread around that we have to go for cost cuttings. People were uncertain what will happen in the future. So for me, it was clear a decision has to be taken because it's not the ideal situation when everybody is confused, concerned, and afraid. And on the 20th of July, the management buyout was closed. We started already before to prepare our rebranding, which was a very, very also dense. We have put a lot of thoughts into it because firstly, we have hired an agency, told them we need a new logo and a new name. They sent us a questionnaire, we filled it out, they came back with some proposals. Of course, did not work. It was useless. We understood only we know ourselves in and out, so we have to approach this in a different way. So we found a small, or we selected a small boutique marketing branding agency, and took also a moderator, a facilitator. And within 2 days, there were 8 of my key stakeholders from the management team. I was only partially participating, that everybody can really, without my involvement, yes. So within 2 days, then 400 potential names were figured out. And these 400 names went through a filter system. So we had 10 names left at the end of the day. I never had the intention that a part of my first name or family name will be in our new brand, but the team, we all together came to the decision, out of the 10 remaining names, the NOYTECH is the best. Neu means neu, new, novi, but means also Noah from the Old Testament. So what did Noah do? Noah rescued the family and the animals about the flood,
exactly,
and went then in a bright future. So that's the first part of our brand, and tech stands for technology, innovation, e-commerce. We are investing really serious money in building up our own IT systems. We take all this knowledge, the good one and the not so good one, and now convert it in our future processes, IT, setup, structure, and strategy. And coming then back to the challenges. Okay, after the MBO was finished, so first challenge was the rebranding, which we successfully mastered. But at this point, we already have had to consider about our future IT landscape, because it was clear until December 2022 we will be shut off all systems, and it happened then stage by stage.
Especially in your business, it's very important.
Of course, it's a backbone. IT, without IT, forget it. And we had some months where we were quite on a manual level, and we had a lot of workarounds, because you have to keep in mind, we had to establish a new ERP. A new WMS. We operate 150,000 square meters of warehouse, and this has to continue. We had to connect our customers then with the new software. Then TMS, transport management systems, order management systems, CRM, and you name it, everything. And we had to rely on local licenses. Last year, 2023, we have considered as our full year of transformation and transition. So we started developing our IT. We are still in this process. We are not at the final stage where we will be in future. It takes time, of course, but month by month.
You work like IT provider just to change all this stuff?
So I had one consulting company. These are the ex-Lamoda guys, the founders of Lamoda, also personal friends of mine. I'm meanwhile also a shareholder in their company. It's called FJX, Digital Advisory, and Lamoda also built up from scratch IT.
Yes,
they were always, and they are super successful. And Florian and his colleagues consulted us in terms of all new systems, etc. And of course, we have different vendors for the individual parts of the architecture. But we also have established a new company, NOYTECH IT Solutions. So all our existing IT guys at this point were moved, and we have hired a lot of new IT competence, also coders and programmers, because we do not get 100% on the market what we need in most of the areas.
It was my next question, and you already answered.
See?
Yeah. So, don't you mind if we will be a little bit back from your personal challenges? How do you feel? All your life you was like entrepreneur, or it's just coming just now?
See, always when I reflect, the entire situation is still a little bit surreal for me, because I have never expected this. But when I reflect, I thought, Neumann, you should have done such a step much earlier. to become independent, but it's easy said. I mean, when you start from scratch any business and you have responsibility for family, you have a certain lifestyle, fixed costs, you are working for a top employer and everything, you cannot give up your entire life to start any harakiri entrepreneurship. Here it was a different story. I mean, the team and me, we have built up this company over 15 years. We have opened also Kazakhstan, we have opened Azerbaijan. And then to convert from being an employed CEO or president to an entrepreneur is a completely different story. So, and we speed it up from the beginning. We have opened this IT company. We have opened one company, NOYTECH Trading Solutions. We are doing commodity trading. So we are sourcing predominantly consumer goods, but also automotive spare parts.
Especially diversified your business, or it's coming like in your mind like logical steps?
No, both to diversify, and for us it's also a logical step. We didn't want to remain one of 100,000 pure logistics providers, because we see the market demand and also the demand of our customers for additional solutions, which are not standard in most of the even global forwarding companies. So commodity trading is one thing. So we are sourcing abroad. We are doing the transport logistics, customs clearance, take the merchandise on our balance sheet, and we sell it on the local market. So it's an add-on to our core competence, logistics. Another company we have established is NOYTECH Industrial Solutions. So we have around 10 engineers, own engineers, whom we took from a German befriended company. They are doing repair, warranty, and maintenance works in all kind of production plants, installations, factories, and so on. In this context, we are also purchasing and selling the machinery. We are purchasing and selling the spare parts. This is done by NOYTECH Trading.
It's incredible. What they are talking about is like, magic story. We decided to create this one,
because we were suddenly free.
Yes.
We were free.
Before you couldn't.
Before, no, impossible.
But how you are looking for clients, or you cannot establish like this, I decided just like this, and maybe clients will come to me, or first you're looking for clients, for demands, you make marketing?
I mean, in this industrial division we have started, we had the clients from the very beginning, existing contracts. We took over, so it was much easier. In trading, we started from scratch, and we also learned our lessons. We made some, let's say, we took some wrong decisions, but which we have corrected. You always have to learn. I mean, nothing works from the beginning 100%. So what we are doing, we have started to build our own ecosphere or ecosystem of solutions around the supply chain. We have established this IT company, trading company, this industrial company. We have opened 2 entities in the United Arab Emirates. Our holding company, moovie Holding, under which umbrella we operate, is also in Abu Dhabi. We have opened NOYTECH in Hong Kong. We will now open NOYTECH in Tashkent in the first quarter, and most probably until summer, NOYTECH in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh. So it's now our own destiny. We manage, or we steer in which new geographies we would like to enter, which new products, which new let's say transport routes or whatsoever in terms of solutions we create. And of course, we listen to the market. We don't create anything where there is no demand. Within the first less than 1 year, we have hired additionally almost 800 new employees.
Incredible.
We are now 1,750 people.
So you have very strong HR director.
Oh yeah. My CHRO is the best showcase for career development. She started 13 years ago as head of legal. Then I sent her to a logistics MBA, and she was promoted to branch manager St. Petersburg. Then we had a age-related rotation in the HR team, and I said, I need you back in Moscow now in a board function and taking over HR. Sure.
Oh, it's a great combination of skills.
That's career development, because normally when you start in an organization as the chief lawyer or head of legal, you also end your career on this position. And
I cannot imagine one legal as an HR. For me, it's mission impossible.
Maybe you once meet Veronica. She's a fascinating person, super smart, super clever. So all our team players, the management team has around 25 people, and the majority works with me between 10 to 18 years.
Could you say a couple of words about products, what are more demanded now, more requested now for Russian market, which you are ready to bring, and vice versa? Some kind of Russian products with Russian clients who wants to go out of Russia.
You mean products in terms of service offering, or you mean products?
Products themselves.
Okay, I mean Russia is of course a heavily driven consumer market, all kind of FMCG and retail. We are very, very strong in fashion logistics. We manage more than 40 international and local fashion brands, well-known brands. In terms of service offerings, we have everything and even more. So from the standard modes, sea transportation, air transportation, road transportation, rail transportation, combined sea and rail transport. In the old days, the whole supply chain was organized and functioning. It was about volume, it was about speed, about quality, and especially about price. Nowadays, every customer request or every customer order is a small project, because you have to think forward what can happen tomorrow. You need to have a plan B, sometimes a plan C. So the productivity has heavily suffered compared to the old days. But when I always say when the circumstances are more difficult, not everybody can do it anymore.
But you can.
Enough. Yeah, and our business went up like this. Of course, with serious compliant business, but some companies simply could not perform anymore because everything became much more complex. You also need the experts checking all details of the cargo. There's also an investment and then that.
But why your company survived? What kind of quality or some secrets you have?
No, you always have to try to be better than the others, because the market did not grow then anymore. But our market share has grown. And why? Because we have taken it away from others, not because of new investments came to the market.
To be better, it's general words.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So you never let me finish my statements. No. So first of all, you have to provide customer excellence. You have customer centration is one of the essential parts. The customer wants to be treated well, as we all want to be treated well. There it starts with the relationship to the customer, and that you try to build up a partnership and not simply a transactional based ice cold business. That's very important. Then, of course, you need the experts in the product, and you need to have the right product mix, but also functioning products and routings. IT, of course, plays a role. Financial stability is a point, and always and speed. I mean, you have to be super fast in our industry. Sometimes when you are the first one to quote a transportation, although you might not be the cheapest one, you have better chances to take it than when you come too late with maybe an attractive price and the business is
That's what I wanted to ask you. So speed in your business, in your logistic business, it's very important.
Very important.
So client is even ready to pay more.
Unfortunately, this happens not so often. But there are situations like this when you are the first one, the client needs it immediately and fast, and the others might be cheaper, but it's too late. You already have the order and you work on the order. But the speed nowadays not only in logistics, in the entire global world, speed plays a major role.
From the point of view of sales, is it your challenge to explain to your client that you are the speediest company in the world and it's better to pay more but be in time, or it is client who is responsible for such kind of thinking or decision making? Why clients stay with you? Why? And how long they stay with you? 1 year, 2 years? Why they stay with you?
We have seen this now in the transition when I had to talk to many head offices or the CEO or the board. We have international customers since 15 years. They are still with us, and they told me, Perry, we do not care which brand is on your roof. If you are a global player, if you are Perry Logistics or whatsoever, we rely on you and your team, and this we are doing for many years.
Great.
You need also to have stability. When you permanently have exchanges or rotation here, unwanted attrition, of course, there is on mainly on the working level. Some people come, some people go. But in key functions, it's important to have a stable team. And fortunately, we were able over all the years to establish such. It's a little bit of family cult. I always say we are the NOYTECH family. My door is always open. Top management is not difficult. It's not rocket science. Treat the people how you want to be. How you want to be treated, and not by management by fear, which unfortunately is still existing nowadays. For me, it's important. I have a Russian saying my guys always laugh about, who know me since many years. My Russian saying is, "Самое главное – это коммуникация."
Do you plan any new activities also?
Yeah, okay. As I've mentioned, we have two new openings on the agenda for this year. In terms of, let's say, the Russian organization, we have taken over part of DHL Logistics. DHL also left the market, but we took people connected to business, and it's a perfect combination of competences. What came on top, we have now additional branches by the onboarding of the DHL colleagues, for instance, in Novosibirsk, in Rostov, in Krasnodar, and others where we have not been presented before. So we have now a nice domestic structure, also in terms of domestic groupage. We have 3 regions, and so everything is with the help and the let's say the onboarded competence of the ex-DHL people, and they were partially also more than 20 years in the company. And now they are happy that we are all together.
Let us imagine your company in 10 years, 15 years. It is global, worldwide, covering every small country in the world.
No. I mean, not every small country in the world. We don't want to become a Kuehne+Nagel or a Schenker, because we still want to have fun. And when the global players always talk about their human capital and how important people are, it's simply a statement. It's simply a blah blah. And I said to myself, when you now have the chance to continue what you have built up with your team and also to expand, do this, but do it only in such a way that you never will lose this focus and this track. And never forget, it's a people's business. Logistics will always be a people's business. Yeah, you can automate a lot of things or standardize processes whatsoever, but it's a people's business, and it will always be. And I don't want to come in the situation as many large organizations. Suddenly the market is a little bit changing, and they are cutting off, laying off stuff. But we definitely will grow and expand, and we will decide in which markets, which countries we want to be under our own brand, and where we still continue to work with partners and agents. This was also a challenge, because we had to build up within a short period a worldwide partner network, because before we used only to work inside the organization.
As I understood, for you, your team and doing something together, it's very important. So it's every time it's consolidation of ideas, minds, and common development. Yes.
Yeah, see, we are in a service industry. We are non-asset based. I don't have a fleet of I don't know, rail cars, or we have a couple of trucks running around. But in general, we are non-asset based. So we sell a service. We don't have any tangible product, and a service is simply created and driven by people, and the people have to be motivated. They have to be accurate. They have to be loyal. And this also depends what kind of atmosphere and culture you have in the organization. I've explained about this new entity which we have, NOYTECH Industrial Solutions, with the engineers, and this was clearly born by one of my management team members, Dima, who's responsible for 4PL and consultancy. He figured out this idea. Then we made some simulation and so on, and now another of my key players, Igor Merkulov, who is also, it's 2009 with us, I think. He took over then the lead for this new product. But I heard it, I immediately liked it. See, I'm surrounded by advisors. You always should have people around you who are smarter than yourself. Also to transfer knowledge and experience to others. I always love this, and not holding it back, because these are weak people who are working like that. They are always afraid somebody else takes my job. Now my team here, they are much more better educated than me, definitely. Everybody has university diploma. I have a lot of doctors in the organization, and I love this because I need advisors. I don't know everything.
Yes, but the most important that you have such kind of culture in your company, you know,
of course, yeah.
When people could share, and not only share and announce something, but it's discussable and it could be implemented in your business and day-to-day life. Yes.
People also have to be critical. I cannot surround myself with people who always say, yes, Perry, oh, great Perry, yeah, Perry, let's do it like that. No, I need this sparring, you know. That people challenge me also, because I'm a very, very fast decision maker. I have many, many ideas, and sometimes my team has to ground me a little bit, and that's good. We have a lot of controversial discussions, and very often, or not very often, but sometimes when I take a decision, because a decision has to be taken, otherwise you paralyze the organization. When you take a decision, after a while, when colleagues come and say, Perry, maybe we should reconsider, was maybe not the best decision. Okay, let's reconsider. When it makes sense, then we change it again. You also have to be open and to admit when you did a mistake. I mean, that's normal. It's human when people make mistakes. You should not always repeat the same mistake, of course, but in general,
don't you mind about a couple of personal questions?
My guest.
What would you like to hear from your colleagues and partners at your 80th anniversary celebration?
Oh, 80s. Oh my God. I would love to hear, okay, Neumann, you did it your way. You always remained authentic. You stick to your promises. You never try to fool people, friends, partners, and you always try to treat people in the best way. This is what I'm aiming for, and I hope. I will become 80. It's still some years in the future, that I will continue exactly this direction. And I have my principles. Then when somebody has a handshake from me, not even a handshake, a promise, it's a contract. Full stop. When I promise something, it's a contract, and this promise will not be broken. And this, my team can confirm. The entire market can confirm this. People who know me, and unfortunately, nowadays, such old school mentality is not more so standard.
Could you describe yourself only in one word?
In
one word.
One word. Action.
Perry, so thank you.
Yeah, we
It's
finished.
very interesting. Thank you that you are on the Russian market, that you develop all your ideas and you are very strong and
Thank you. Thank you.
driver man.
We have just in December we have been awarded or selected the second year in a row by Forbes magazine as one of the 125 best employers in the Russian Federation.
Congratulations.
Spasiba.
So, if our clients or members of our society need the best solution for logistics, it's for you.
We always try our best. We are there. We are prepared. We are innovative, flexible, agile, fast, friendly. Yeah,
Thank you.
service provider.
See you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.